Bowl, often overlooked in the pantheon of great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the LSU Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Off play action on first down. Under pressure. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. The 10.
And that's not the start they wanted to draw up. Like trying to get some breathing room, coming out of your own end zone. Defense more than ready, playing aggressive, breaking on the route, and now setting their offense up inside the 10-yard line and a chance to strike first in this football game.
Tough run here. It's Durham. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Right side, it's Frazier. At the 45 on his way. Got a lot of room to the right. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Running the red zone, it's Lacey. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Out wide left, it's Cunningham. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. A designed run for the quarterback. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the 1st down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security. It still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Levin. Fires to the middle. Over the middle, complete to Wilson. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Tells to run, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Durham. Might have a chance. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great one.
And he's in! Touchdown, Tigers!
And he's in for his second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone. And I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
And the extra point is good. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking for a gap. It's Lacey. Turning it on. The 40. The 30. The 20. He's at the... and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Guys, LSU has the lead here as we get a look at the stats. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Straight ahead, it's Durham. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Alexander. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says, like cheating. Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is Lacey. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Knight. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Got some green grass. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide left, it's Green. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. Deep in the end zone, it's Miller. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Makes the grab.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
And the Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Knight. Holds on, it's Alexander. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. third down. That was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on fourth down. Hard running there. He's out past the 35. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Looking downfield, it's Knight. He's got him in the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Breaks the tackle. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Piles his way ahead. There he goes. He's at the 20. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The screen, and watch out. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Final timeout called by the Tigers. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Sets his feet, it's Knight. Makes the grab.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks, and what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open, he sees him, he throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the fourth down.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 7 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Longhorns, coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield. It's Levin. Here comes the heat. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quick give. It's Durham. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Complete out left to Wilson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
I tell you got to have great timing on these out routes, and the QB and receiver had that. Quarterback put it right out in front of him. Receiver's just got to hit to make the play.
He's changing the play. Motion from the wide out. Second down, going to throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Soft spot in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers! Oh, that close for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Miller. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Left side is Odom. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Dropping back, it's Knight. He's going to let it go. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Second down to the air. Out wide right, it's Lacey. At the 20, he's got space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Sells the run, looking to pass. Got his man. Dragged down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. A run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Using his legs, it's Lacey. They were all over it.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Wants to throw. It's Knight. Looking to get it in. He stopped short of the goal line. Couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and
I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Out wide left, it's Alexander. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close it to a 28-24 game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Making the adjustment. Caden Durham again. Breaks into the open. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown LSU. He got loose and it was lights out after that. That is his 3rd score of the game and now 14 on the season. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when it gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Nice play to knock that one down.
If you're going to hit a receiver screen against that coverage, you've got to get better blocking downfield. They didn't